What's up, everybody? I'm JGott with a kind of like a throwback video. It's a little like maybe a little history lesson here from me. Okay, so for those that do not know, I've been PC gaming. I guess I kind of started like in 93, 94, but I really got more into it in 95, 96, more like 96. I think that's when the internet kind of like came about public where I'm living. And this is over a couple programs that we used to use back in the day that are just like non-existent nowadays, but they they paved the way for the things that we have today. One of them is Winamp, another one is Merc, also known as MIRC. So I'll go a little explanation to what these were. So for those that may know me, I praised Quake 1 a lot. Quake 1 back in the day. That's the first FPS game. Well, Doom was my first one in the Wolfenstein, but Quake 1 was my first FPS game I played back in the day, like hardcore. I beat the game several times, but when I was in high school, a friend of mine had told me if I played online. I was like, nah, I haven't. Right, I didn't know what to do, how to get online. I didn't even know about GameSpy back then. But he told me, he said, yeah, go to TCP/IP and type in quake.texas.net or something like that. I forget the exact address though, but it was a Quake deathmatch web server, that was based off in Texas where I live. So I had a blast playing that game online, and then I found out about Team Fortress, which is a mod that came out for that game, and Mega Team Fortress was a mod of a mod, things of that nature. But I joined a clan that man, this video might be long. I think about it. Anyway, I joined a clan that was pretty well known. I was in a couple of them. I was in one called JGott, Ison, and the one I ended up being in was called BS for Bomb Squad. And we were having tourneys, actually in the community that we're a part of. And like I said, this is back in the 90s, 96 time frame. I was in high school. And we used to have podcast. Well, shoot, I did podcast. Ooh. Winamp had first of all, Winamp is the MP3 player. It played MP3s, waves, files back in the day. Okay, so that's what the program was for. And it also had an update that threw in a thing called Shout Radio. It's called a Shoutcast. So the Shoutcast, where it was a program to where it was an add-on actually to where you can play music off your computer and broadcast it over the internet. Like we today call streaming. So if I, this is back in the Napster era as well. So if I had like a whole bunch of music on my computer that I want to host a small radio station online, I can do that, and people can log in and listen to whatever I got, on my computer and jam out to it or whatever. So this is like rudimentary nowadays, but this is how it all started, So the clan I was in, they had a Shoutcast radio show, what you guys call, or we all call, podcast. Well, the radio show, the guys figured out how to hook up a mic and everything else to the computer to broadcast the whole thing. It's seamless today. Back in the day, you had to have some extra hardware, and the chat was done in MIRC or Merc. And today, I hope I'm not confusing anybody, but today we do all that in Google Hangouts or Twitch or Hitbox. Well, all this was done in two programs versus one. So you had to do the Shoutcast. You listened in the Shoutcast and you read everything in the Merc chat channel. So I remember they did that, and they had call-ins. I'll call in a couple times, give shout-outs to the clan and all that and whatnot. And I guess it's kind of crazy. Not crazy, but it's cool seeing the evolution of things of that. Seeing how we used to do, what we call podcasts back in the day as opposed to today. And it's cool just being able to witness it, and be a part of that whole progression, into how it came about and how somebody thought about, hey, how about putting these two things together and call it this, and that's how it happened. So for those that may not know how some of these things came about, well, this is a history lesson. This is how it came. There may not be any written document proving my point, but that's how it happened, though. Believe me, You gotta trust what I'm telling you. It's true. You know, you can look up Winamp. Winamp, actually, I think it shut down their stuff though, but I'm pretty sure you can look up Winamp Shoutcast, and then it'll tell you how it is. Matter of fact, if I can find it, I'll put it in the description what the Shoutcast radio was, and you can actually see for yourself how it worked and put two together and see how it worked. But that's a little history lesson of how podcast and now we have streaming video with chat came about. And I guess you can say this is like a lesson for PC gaming. I mean, back in the day, being able to, add PC gaming back in the 90s, but being a part of that, then you saw a lot of things and got involved with a lot of things back then that are more known today, and how I may see things to some, some people say, hey, JGott, nothing seems new to you. Well, it doesn't, because I've seen a form of it back in the day that today, I seen a form of it 20 years ago that we're seeing today that's been combined into one. That seemed like it's been like innovative and revolutionary, and really it isn't. But it's cool though, And also in MRC, there's a couple channels back in Counter-Strike era. Actually Counter-Strike's still alive today, but back when it first, before we had big old tournaments and leagues, a channel we would go to for pugs. And you might think, what's a pug? Now, I don't mean a dog, a pug. Pug stands for pickup game, PUG. Things that you don't really see, at least on the console side, and maybe in the PC side. I'm not involved with, clan battles as much, but that's what we used to have, a lot of pug matches, pickup games. Basically, a bunch of random people in a room, be 20 of us in there, would say, hey, you want to play? It'd be like a 10 on 10, like how you used to play, pick up your friends playing football, things like that. Things like that, man. I miss stuff like that. But I'm going to a tangent in this video. Thanks for sticking with me, and that's the history lesson I'm giving today. I'm JGott, and I'm out.
Like the wind through my tree.